Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome to January's writing vlog. So, I took December off of writing, which I typically do after NaNoWriMo because I'm always so burnt out, but I was really hoping to get some work done in December and I just didn't. I was so burnt out. I don't think I've ever quite experienced a burnout like that before from NaNoWriMo or just like in general, but just working on The Show Must Go On and struggling with it in the way that I did. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch all my NaNoWriMo vlogs. I vlogged weekly and the new one just went up beginning of this month. So another burnout that I had was with YouTube. I didn't film a single thing all of December except for a reading vlog that I never ended up uploading, and it's never going to be uploaded. I just deleted all the files. So I'm a hot mess. So this is the first time that I've actually filmed something in a month. So it feels a little odd, a little weird, but I thought that I would start out this vlog. It is currently, I don't even know what day it is today. I think today is the 7th. It's about 1:30 p.m. and this is the first time I'm going to do some actual work this month. I'm about to sit down and start reading through Reasons Why Not To Draft 2, and I'm really nervous about it, but I wanted to chat about that with you guys. So I have a whole revision plan, a tentative revision plan, because I actually don't know how this reread is gonna go and what's gonna have to happen afterwards, but this is just kind of roughly what's gonna happen. So let's talk about it. So what I'm gonna do first is sit down and read through all of draft 2, and while I do that I'm gonna be taking notes in my journal, and I did the exact same process for draft 1. I've already started a page to take some notes on. I'm not really looking forward to it because I'm really nervous that this draft is not gonna be better than draft 1, because it was essentially like a complete rewrite, and I just want it to be in a place where I don't feel like I need to do a complete rewrite of it again, because it's exhausting rewriting a book multiple times and I don't want to have to do it again. So I want to be able to just take what I have and work with it. So it's kind of the goal. So I'm going to be taking notes on kind of like bigger picture things, I guess, just things that I know that I want to change immediately before I send it off to anyone, because that's kind of like the end goal of all of this right now, is to send it off to a couple of friends just for some thoughts, because I've been living with this book for so long, just me, that I need somebody else to see it. I've been working on this book from the beginning since 2018, like mid 2018, so I just need somebody else's eyes to see it at this point, and I just kind of want to right now get it to a place where I feel confident and comfortable enough to send it off, because at this point I don't, because it's not a very cohesive and like complete draft. There's some inconsistencies from the beginning, so from Act 1 to Act 2, because I changed something in my outline which kind of messed the beginning up, so I need to take note of that and take note of what scenes are the inconsistencies and kind of how I can fix those. So that's something I'm looking out for. Another thing is like pacing issues, because I know that this book is far too long. It's like 400 pages and there's no reason for this story to be that long. I don't want this story to be that long. I'm thinking like 350 to 370 is kind of like where my max page count would be. I don't want it to be 400 pages or 100k words. It's too much, and I know that the story drags, so I need to take note of where I think the story is dragging and how I think that I can fix that. I have some unwritten scenes that are currently just placeholders, which I was trying not to have in this draft, but it just turned out that I did, so I need to look at those scenes, see where they are in the book, see if they can go somewhere else, see if they belong where they currently are supposed to be, see if they're even needed, because sometimes I find when I skip a scene it's because I don't want to write it, so that means that it doesn't really need to be in the book. If I don't want to write it, like if I'm extremely bored at just like the idea of writing it, then maybe it shouldn't be in the book. So that's something that I need to consider while I'm note-taking. So I just have like a few things that I want to like keep an eye out for while I'm reading through. I'm really nervous for it. Like I was really nervous for doing it for draft 1, and I put it off forever. I was really nervous to read it, and I should have been, because it was awful, and I ended up having to rewrite the whole book. So I'm hoping that because I had a more extensive outline this time, like it was like really detailed, I am hoping that the draft actually turned out better than draft 1, because I'm really nervous that it's just more shit, but like a different kind of shit. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with at the moment. So after I read through the entire draft, I want to brainstorm how I can fix some of the problems that I have, maybe outline what I need to fix, whatever I need to do, I'm going to do it to fix those changes, and then I'm going to go back into the draft and make those changes and clean everything up, whether that's filling in the unwritten scenes or fixing the inconsistencies or fixing some like major like pacing issues that I can see right off the bat that I need to fix, then I will do that as well. And then after that, hopefully I will be ready to do just a full cohesive read through of the book where I just read it from beginning to end, making hopefully little to no changes in the actual book, because I want to be able to read the book not exactly like I'm a reader, but not exactly like I'm a writer either. I just kind of want to read through it without changing things so I can get a cohesive idea of what the book actually is from start to finish. And then hopefully I can send it off to people at some point after that. My kind of rough deadline for this is like the 17th to the 20th of January. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that because I don't know how long the revision changes are going to take. I don't know how much I'm going to have, so I might actually push that till the end of the month. But like I said, all of this plan is pretty tentative. It's not set in stone. I'm not going to be angry if I have to extend that deadline by a week or two or a few weeks, whatever it takes. I really want to take my time with this book and get it to a place that I am proud of and not rush the entire experience just because I want to be done with it. So that's kind of what's happening. So I'm gonna go do that in a minute here, but I ordered a new laptop with some Christmas money and it should be coming tomorrow. I just felt like it was time for a new laptop. I've had mine for about 5-ish years. It's getting a bit slow now and it's kind of getting hard to work with, and it's old. And so I kind of just wanted something new, something that I picked out where I can just kind of start fresh. That's kind of what's happening. I just kind of wanted to update you guys that I got a new laptop and I'm pretty excited about it. I hope that I like it more than the one that I currently have. Not that I like dislike the one that I have. It's just getting a little bit old. Also, another reason I wanted a new laptop is because I wanted something that's lighter. Like I said, mine is 5 years old. Technology has advanced since then and laptops aren't as heavy, so this one should be lighter than the one that I currently have, so it'll be easier to transport places. If you guys watch these vlogs, you know that I like to go out with like Lorena or whatever and go to like Tim Hortons or go to a library or like this little gelato place when it's summer. I like to leave my house to write sometimes, and I would like by the end of the year to be able to go out on my own because I suffer with anxiety, and so it's really hard for me to leave my house on my own and go places by myself. But that's kind of a goal for the end of the year, is to be able to at least once go out on my own and write. And so having a new laptop that is a bit lighter would be easier to take around, because the one that I currently have really hurts my shoulders when it's in a bag, and there was one time where I literally couldn't move my shoulder the next day. So you know, I've been rambling for too long, but I'm gonna go start on these revisions and I'm really nervous, but I will talk to you guys a little bit later about it. Hey guys, so it is the 10th of January now and it's about 12:50 p.m. and I haven't written since the last time I updated you guys, but I did manage to get up to like page 73 when I was writing the other day, so that's great. I have a bunch of pages of notes and I'm really proud of myself for taking this many notes and whatever, but I'm about to get back to it. But I have my new laptop now, which is what I'm currently working on, and I'm low-key obsessed with it. I have the new updated Word on it because I've had like 2010 Word for literally the whole decade, so happy that I'm using a more updated version, which is really nice. I do plan on getting Scrivener at some point the next time I win an NaNoWriMo and get a coupon code, which is really exciting. So I'm gonna get to work. I don't know how long I'm gonna work for, but I want today to kind of be like a work day. So yeah, but I gotta go because this is really hurting my arm, but I will definitely catch up with you guys a little bit later. Hey guys. Okay, so it is the 16th, technically the 17th because it's past midnight of January, and I have not updated you guys in a little bit. I have been working a bit. I don't think I've really updated you guys at all on like where I've been with this read through of Reasons Why Not To, but I've now finished. I just finished a few minutes ago, and I am so happy, like honestly so happy that I'm done, and I have so many things to say to you guys right now. The day before yesterday I was on Word, you know, reading through the book, and I was just kind of thinking, does Word have like a read aloud option where it can read the book back to me? I don't remember what like sparked this idea or this thought, but I was just like, does it have a read aloud option so that I can hear my book being read to me. I think maybe I was just like not wanting to sit there reading like the screen anymore. And I actually found one. I don't know if it was on my old version of Word or if it's just on the new version that I've just purchased for my new laptop, but there's a read aloud option. So I played it. I went to the very beginning of the book and had it read the first chapter to me, and it was the weirdest feeling ever. I don't even know how to to describe to you how like magical it kind of felt. I mean, of course the voice is like super robotic and like super you know, just weird sounding, but like at the same time it was just weird to hear the book being read to me by somebody else's voice, you know, because like I've read parts of this book out loud to myself, but it's not the same when it's coming from my own voice. I can't separate it. Like it doesn't feel much different to me than just reading it on the page, because I'm reading it in my own voice in my head anyways. So hearing it from a completely different voice, I don't know, it made the book feel different to me. It made it feel kind of more real, as if I was listening to an audiobook from like a really weird robotic narrator. It kind of helped me put like a distance between me and the book and let me see it in a different way, and it was the most magical thing ever, and it just made me so happy. And I ended up listening yesterday to parts of the book just solely through it being read to me. I mean, I was also reading on the screen as it was being read to me, but part of my like revision work or read-through work yesterday was having it read to me. And I just had like this moment of like, I believe in this book. Like having it, I want to cry, but like having it read to me like that and hearing it out loud and, you know, having that distance between me and the book just made me feel like maybe this book isn't as bad as maybe I thought it was, you know. Maybe, I don't know, it's kind of like one of the first moments where I felt like I think this book could actually get published, because of course it is my goal to have this one be published. That's kind of my aim with revising this book and everything. I want it to be published, but it's kind of one of the first moments where I've really felt like it could be, and that's crazy to me. Like, that's absolutely mind-boggling to me to finally have that like epiphany. And I was like texting Lorena about it, and she was just like, yes, like finally you like feel like this. And I was like, I know, like it's been so long of me working on this book and never quite feeling like this. Like obviously I'm working on it because I think that it can get published, or I'm hoping that it can get published, but it's different thinking that than actually feeling it. And I feel it. Like, I don't know, just having it read to me like that just kind of made me have like a whole new hope for the book, I guess, in a way. And it was just crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, so that's like the first thing I wanted to talk about. So anyways, I just finished reading through the book and I made so many revision notes, and I've actually made a whole like revision plan on a Word document of kind of how I want to go about working on this book going forward, because when you write a book, especially when it takes you months to work on it and no time in between and take a break from it, because I took like a couple months off of working on this book and looking at this book when I finished it, that you kind of forget the state of what the book is in. So when I went into this revision, went into this read through, I'm like, I don't really know what state it's in. I don't know what it's gonna need to get to where I want it to be at this point. So I didn't quite have like a concrete revision plan in place, but now I do. So I realized that while going through this like big read through of the whole book, it's intimidating. This book in this current draft is unnecessarily 407 pages. It was 408, and then I realized that one of the chapters was like spaced down, so it's like a whole blank page for some reason. I don't know why it did that. So there's 407 pages, and that's a lot. It doesn't need to be that long, but that's how many there are for this draft. I overwrote it a little bit. And it's intimidating to read through that much and work through that much. And I was just thinking as I was going through it yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, that oh my god, how am I gonna go about revising this and like changing things around? So I came up with a new plan where I'm gonna do another read through of it, but this time I'm gonna kind of mirror how I wrote this draft of the book. If you haven't been following along with me for that long, I basically outlined Act 1 and wrote Act 1, and then I took a pause, outlined Act 2, and then wrote Act 2, and continuing on. So I'm going to kind of do that same method again, because I just find it a lot easier to manage small chunks of book at a time. I mean, there will be a point where I'll have to go through it all, but when there's still like a lot of changes to be made. I feel like right now this is the process that works for me. So I'm going to be going through, reading through Act 1 again, and I do have notes written in my Reasons Why Not To journal here. I have a lot of notes. I think it's like 13 or 14 pages of notes and sticky notes and just a lot of stuff. So I'm going to be going through Act 1 and implementing these notes and changes and, you know, fixing some things as I'm reading through it and taking more notes, except this time I'm going to take notes on a Word document that's right next to it as opposed to writing it down, because I don't want to use a lot of paper. And you know, I think it's just going to be easier for me to be able to take more in-depth notes on the computer, so I want to try that method this time. And yeah, so I'm going to do that for each of the acts, and then once I'm done doing that, I'm going to do like a cohesive read through, maybe change more things, you know, just kind of go through it as I do it, you know, play it by ear. I'm going to play it by ear, see what needs to be done, but I'm just going to try to go act by act and try to do it that way in a bit more of a manageable state. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm kind of stressed, kind of frazzled. I don't know if I want to work tomorrow or if I want to just read instead and kind of just like take a day before I jump back into it, or maybe take like the weekend before I jump back into it, because Friday, and I don't really want to work on the weekend. Well, I could, don't really want to. You know, so I'm thinking maybe just take like a 3-day weekend, come back to it on Monday and start reading through Act 1 again. I think that might be like my best bet. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm just, But anyways, I'm going to go. I will check with you guys the next time I have written something. Hey guys, so it is now the 21st of January. I took the weekend off and yesterday off as well. It's currently Tuesday. So I took the weekend off because I was working and I just needed a little bit of a break from the novel so I can come back to it with clearer eyes again. And then I took yesterday off because I was doing like a full-on YouTube day. I literally filmed 3 videos, edited them all, and scheduled all the uploads, and I am so proud of myself. But anyways, I am back now and I'm going to be working on draft 3 of Reasons Why Not To. So, how I think I'm going to go about doing this, I'm going to at least try it for today, is I'm going to be rewriting everything into a new document. So I'm going to be, I have it split screen right now. I don't know if you can see this, but on this side I have the original like draft 2, and then on this side it's a blank document that I'm going to be writing into. And I'm going to see how this works, and that's, I don't know if I'm going to do it for all of the acts, but I think I'm going to do it for Act 1 just because there's a lot of like restructuring that I have to do. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of copying and pasting and like restructuring, but I'm just going to try it out this way. But I'm cutting some scenes from the beginning of the book and I'm restructuring a lot, and I just kind of want to see what it looks like. I don't know, I'm pretty nervous for this because I'm basically deconstructing all of Act 1 and like messing around with it like it's a puzzle or something. But I'm really excited to start this process, really excited to start draft 3. Act 1 is only 20,779 words, which is a good length for Act 1 of a novel, so I just need to play around with it a little bit. But I basically just think that like Act 1 drags a little bit, like it's not very interesting, so I'm just going to try to restructuring some things to kind of make it more interesting off the bat. I might need to do some brainstorming because, I don't know, I'm trying to decide if I want to start it off right away with the inciting incident or if I want to like show more of her life before it. I don't really know. Now I'm just rambling at you, but I'm going to get to work. I'm going to try to figure something out that I want to do, how I want to do this. I will definitely update you guys a little bit later, kind of once I figure things out and kind of give you guys an update. Okay, I want to punch a wall. It is currently 3:04 p.m. I've been sat here for hours, literally making absolutely no progress. I've been trying, but I can't. I thought that this was going to be a lot easier, but it's not. I don't know why I thought it was going to be easier, but I'm really struggling. I don't know how I want to start out this book, because that first line, that first page is one of the most important things about your book. That's a first impression. It's an introduction to your whole book, and it's, you know, it's important and I can't seem to nail it, and it's not that important right now, like I can change it. But I'm trying to make this book better, and to just be sitting here trying to figure out how to start this book and not being able to figure it out is driving me crazy. I've been talking to Alyssa and Peyton, and you know, I've been watching YouTube videos, and it's not helping. I've been looking at my own books, my own favorite like contemporary books on my shelf, trying to get inspiration, and none of it is helping me. And I don't know why. I'm struggling and I really want to just stop working, but I can't because I need to make some progress. So I'm really trying to take a scene from Act 1 and mesh it with the opening scene that I have and just put them together and try to create something new. It's not working. And I don't want to write like an all new scene necessarily. I don't even know what that would look like, because I really want this opening scene to be about anxiety and to have that be represented somehow, because that's kind of the like biggest thing throughout the entire book is that she has anxiety. I want like a really hooking opening line, and I have some options for first lines, and I like the first lines that I've kind of been coming up with, but I don't like what happens immediately after that, and I am feeling like a shit writer. So this month has been filled with so many like ups and downs. I'm going through some emotional whiplash a little bit. Stay tuned to see if I can figure this out, because right now I don't think that I can. Hey guys, so it is currently the 24th of January and writing, so I'm having a really hard time right now. I tried to do some work yesterday and I just ended up staring at my computer screen for a few minutes, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, I cannot do this. And I was thinking of doing work today and I'm like, can't do this. So I'm gonna take the weekend off because I'm trying to do that instead of working myself all the time. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just really struggling right now, and I think it's because, I don't know, I think I'm just putting a lot of pressure on myself for this draft, which is what I always do, but I think maybe I just need to reread parts of Act 1 again and see how I can structure it to make me happy, because right now I'm really struggling to get this worked out, or maybe I should try to re-outline it with how I want it to be restructured kind of thing, just to kind of see how it all fits in. I kind of just wanted to pop in to let you know that I'm really struggling, and that writing is not easy and it's never going to be easy. It's pretty much all that I had to say. I just kind of wanted to sit down and be like, yo, this sucks. And it's not like the best start to the new year, the first month of writing again after NaNoWriMo, and it's not going amazingly, but I'll get through it. I'll get it done. I'm getting too in my head right now with my anxiety and my like imposter syndrome, and it's getting really bad, but I'm gonna work through it. I'm hoping to come back full swing on Monday. Hey guys, so welcome to the 28th of January. I have not been writing recently, but it is 7:15 p.m. because y'all know I'm not gonna wake up in the morning that early. And I had a busy day shopping with my friend, but something exciting and actually writing related about this shopping trip is I went to a bookstore and I finally bought a copy of Save the Cat Writes a Novel. I am so excited to finally own this book. If you guys don't know, I use Save the Cat beat sheet to outline my books, which is very exciting. I've only been using that for about the past year. I used it to outline draft 2 of Reasons Why Not To, and I'm so excited to finally have the book so I can delve deeper into everything. So I'm going to start reading it right now and see if it maybe sparks some inspiration for me, which I'm really hoping, oh my god, I'm spinning, which I'm really hoping that it does, because I'm really hardcore struggling right now with writing, and I haven't touched the book in a long time. Well, not a long time, but like, you know, hardly at all the past week. So I am excited to get back into it hopefully tonight. This Is Us is on at 9, so when that's on, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and I'm gonna watch that, and then hopefully I'll get back to it. But if not, then I'll just read and get back to it tomorrow maybe, but I'm hoping that this goes well, because I really want to get back into writing and just finish this book. I'm just so ready to continue on and, you know, make this book better. I just really want to make this book better. So I'm gonna go read this book, and I will update you guys later. Okay guys, so it's a while later now, it's like 10 something. I watched This Is Us, and I have been reading Save the Cat Writes a Novel. So if you guys just saw in the previous clip, I showed you like a flip through of all my annotations so far, and guys, this book already is changing my life. Like, I don't even know how else to like say it, but it's changing the game, and it's inspiring me so much, and I have ideas. There's like so many good things in here, and there's like exercises, so I started doing like a little bit of character work and like jotting down ideas on a piece of paper as I was reading. I was highlighting important things and tabbing important things, and I put special tabs for like certain things. So like I did a special tab for where the beat sheet is, just like an overview of the beat sheet, and then I'm also marking off where each like in-depth description goes in for each act. So here's Act 1, and then Act 2 is where I stopped off. I'm in love with this book. Like, this is the best purchase I have made in a really, really long time. Not really. I really liked my laptop purchase recently, but like book-wise and like, you know, whatever, this is one of the best purchases I've made recently, and I'm so happy with it, and so excited, and I feel so inspired, and there's so many good things in this book. If you guys love writing and want to learn more about storycraft and like story structure, read this book. Like, when it says the last book on novel writing you'll ever need, it's not lying. I mean, it could be lying. I don't know what other books you could need, but right now, like, this is like changing the game for me, and I am having such a good time. And she pulls in, Jessica Brody pulls in so many like modern examples. So like there's examples from the Hunger Games, and there's examples from other things. There's examples from Ready Player One, which I haven't read, so it's not that helpful. There's examples from Jane Eyre, which isn't very modern, but, you know, people, it's like a widely read book. She said that she was trying to, you know, use examples of books that you've most likely read, or at least like heard of. So she mentions things that I've read, which is really, really helpful. And she even puts like spoiler warnings at the beginning of the section, being like, warning, there's spoilers for these books, and she lists all the books, which is really helpful. And so far there hasn't been any books I've been like worried about being spoiled for, because I don't really care. I've already read them, so I'm just having the best time. So I highly recommend this book. It's just, oh, it's so good. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go back to the drawing board, go back to my laptop, and I'm gonna write out all the beats of Act 1 and kind of figure out what I want to do, because I think Act 1 might be the one that has the most restructuring and rewriting and refiguring out, because I really struggle with beginnings. And so yeah, but I also came up with a new conflict that I think really works and is really, really necessary for Act 1 that was missing before, like the sense of like urgency and the sense of like, you know, like my main character had things too easy. Things were coming too easily to her, so this is kind of like a punch to her gut, and I am just, ooh, I am living. I am so freaking happy. So this book is unlocking all of the ideas, and I am just elated. I am so happy. So I'm gonna go sit down while the inspiration is running hot, and I'm gonna write. I know it's late and I should be like winding down now, but if you guys know anything about me at this point, it's that I work better at night anyways, so who needs sleep? I do, but I'm not gonna get any, so I'm gonna go write. Hey guys, so it is January 30th now, and I'm just here to end out this vlog so that I can finish editing it and get it up, because it's edited up until this point. But I'm just going to give you a quick update before I end it. So I did finish Save the Cat Writes a Novel last night, and oh my goodness, I love this book. 2 pieces. I ended up started working on like the whole beat sheet for the new draft, and I'm not finished yet. I'm thinking of maybe working on it tonight before I go to bed, but this book, guys, life-changing. If you are a writer and want to learn more about story structure, and if you have been thinking about buying this book, or if you use the beat sheet on its own, I highly recommend just taking that plunge and buying this book, because I put off buying it for so long, and I really wish that I hadn't, because I love it so much. And if I had this book before writing draft 2, I think that the book would have been a lot stronger than it currently is, and I wouldn't be struggling the way that I currently am, trying to fix what's broken. So I definitely recommend picking this book up ASAP if you think that will be helpful to you. I don't know. Even just like go to the bookstore, go to the library, and just like look at it and see if it would benefit you, because oh my god, it is life changing. It is so freaking good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys were up to writing wise in January, because I'd love to know what you've been working on. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!